everybody, welcome to another infamous swoosh reaction. As of right now, I have already finished the imposter of the Among Us animation. Pretty much fun that I always do. But now, this is the next video that I'm also getting to react to the next one. This is called Teachers. As you may never understand about from this part and each school, so I was still understanding about how this happened with the classes in between of elementary, middle, and high school. The professors are getting one here in college, so that's pretty different. As I don't even remember this before, so with that being mindful, I'll have to find out what is this all about. So there could be another thing that can go for a plan. So if I do understand what it is about, I'll see what it is. Probably you'll never know when's it going to come out. So let's find out what teacher stories are going to be. It's featuring with BrodyAnimates. Let's see how this one goes. I would love to hear that one, everything about that. And hopefully, this will be the case to solve it. Okay, let's get started. And here we go.
Quick disclaimer, to all the teachers we mention, this video is for fun. Except Brody's French teacher. We don't like you. Also, make sure to check out the merch store and get some awesome stuff like this plush of me. Isn't that just crazy? Please check if you're subscribed, and if you aren't already, subscribe. Onward.
I already did right now, so I already subscribed to you, BrodyAnimates, so I'm doing it.
To the video.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, let me just sip some more of this water.
Yeah, you would, dude.
You know what? Let me take a sip of the water real quick here. Hold on a second right now. I'll be right with you. I don't need that one anymore. So, alright. Where was I? Okay. Let's go back with it.
You're the worst.
I'm sucking this water, that's what I'm doing.
You think I'm the worst too, BrodyAnimates? Get lost.
Yeah, that's all you do, dude. Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to this video. What are we doing? What are we doing here? We're talking about teachers, Brody.
Oh my god, that face reveal. I just saw that because his face is not ugly. I want to go back to that again because I saw that.
I'm sucking this water, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's all you do, dude. Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to this video.
There's a face reveal. I just see that. Your face is not ugly anymore. What the heck now? I don't know why was I thinking. I never know what it is. BrodyAnimates, derp, do you actually ever shut up? You need to shut up yourself. Not me, okay? You don't think about me.
What are we doing? What are we doing here? We're talking about teachers, bro.
Teachers!
Brody, have you had teachers before, Brody?
I've had quite a few in my time, Nathan.
Dude, you go to school?
Dude, you go to college?
This intro sucks. This intro sucks.
Well, I'm in college right now, so why are you guys complaining about each other, talking back and forth?
It sucks so bad.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this discussion type video. I'm here with BrodyAnimates.
Hello, I'm BrodyAnimates.
This is a lot calmer than the first time we tried.
I know. It's because you started talking like, hello, welcome to this video.
All right, so
That's really weird. I don't know why was that a thing.
Basically in this video, me and Brody are going to be talking about our teacher stories because, I don't know if you know this, but me and Brody, we've had our crazy experiences
we've
in
had
school.
Quite a crazy life.
We're storytime animators. Every day is kind of crazy.
My life is a movie.
I recently graduated. Brody, you're still in high school.
Yeah, I've heard it, Nathan, I've heard it.
Yeah, and me too right now. Don't forget about me because I've already graduated high school and now I'm in college. So I'm going to take a closer step to becoming an animator. Oh, and I definitely did find out. I decided to work with Cartoon Network. Maybe this might be the next thing for the voice actor and a character actor as well. Maybe I could be the infamous character laughing moment character for that part. So, and sometimes the object character that I was trying to work on, Boomer. But I'm also trying to think about the gangster beast or even, of course, somebody others. Well, I'll have to find out who else could it be. So I'll try to see who else I can bring.
I grew up in a private school, and I don't know if I've even told you this before. Every teacher I had in like 7th grade, I pretty much had until my senior year.
That's crazy, dude.
So
Yeah, that's pretty much crazy to hear about that, infamous swoosh.
I mean, okay, teacher. Let's talk about teachers for the anyways.
On the topic of teachers.
Giving the benefit of the doubt before we just jump into this. I guess, like, teachers' jobs are, like, relatively hard because they have to, you know, like, take care of all these kids and actually make them learn all
I
this
could not be a
information.
teacher. I would, like, beat up all the kids.
I had this social studies teacher throughout high school, and his name was Mr. Mead.
Mr. Mead.
Mr. Mead, yeah.
Okay, that's kind of like a little weird name, but I'm going to tell you what teachers I have here, guys. So, for every part of each classmates that I usually have here for the classroom, from elementary to middle and through high school, I had one of each. So, as I started here from 1st and 2nd grade, I mean, I don't know what else to say about that, but so for kindergarten, for preschool to kindergarten, I'm going to be telling you what I did have. So Miss Prachuras, I'm not even sure how you pronounce that, but I mean, it's a lot of it. Daycare for preschool and for kindergarten, but that was many years ago. I was never having it before. And then from kindergarten, I had with Miss Sosa's class. I am sorry, but I'm trying to figure it out if I can remember that name. But as you may already know, this is my documentary of how it looked like. Look at me, I'm so cute. Well, and for that being said, this is what it looks like for this picture. Yeah, this is me. Look like a doctor. How pretty cool am I? And that being said right now, it's very tough what everyone understands it for. So I'm trying to pronounce the name if I can know anything about that. And then I started up here from kindergarten to 1st grade here in elementary school. 1st and 2nd grade, it was Mrs. Weinstein, British accent, but can I figure that one out the same way there too? Instead of talking to the teacher that way? Well, no, let's not talk about that. And then 3rd grade, it was Miss Salito that I had here, another female teacher. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm concerned about that. There aren't any male teachers that I didn't have each part of a grade, so that way they don't get yelled at that point. Be kind to each other, but that's what everyone does. 4th grade, I had was Mr. Wingard. It was at Robertsville Elementary School after I was transferred off from Tofino to Robertsville, but I'm not going to talk about where the location is at, so I don't want to give you an information at that point. That's why I remembered it at that point. And then in 5th grade, the final year at elementary, it was Mrs. Levis. Well, pretty neat teacher. Could have been almost like almost a celebrity if I would know that for sure. I mean, like from Elf. Well, not really the best thing I was concerned of. And then in 6th grade, it comes to middle school. All 3 of them at once. Miss Mazzara was my homeroom teacher. That was what thing I just remembered it for. And now it comes with high school right from the finish line. So the first one I did have was Mr. Gassion. That was the first one. I definitely do have one here before. And then the last thing I definitely did have, it was Mr. Sadinsky. It's definitely a phys ed teacher with a homeroom. But that's all I can definitely understand what it is about. But it's one way that I can understand it. For most teachers for phys ed, now I had a male teachers in high school, since I never had one in middle school, but now I definitely do have one. And now I understand what it is all about. And then for, from 10th grade, Mr. D'Ambrosio, that's the one I have. then Miss Kyle from the junior class, from junior grade of 11th, and senior year, Mr. Scalzo, which I definitely recognize that one here. Hey, I always give a good teachers for special thanks, so I give you that one back. And then from Frio Township High School, which was the worst part that I definitely hate for the first day, but not for long, everything turned out great. It was Miss Alu. No, not Miss Alu. It's Miss Ur. Not your. Well, it's kind of like a little confusing at that point. And now, I'm in college. This is my present part of the year with Miss Alex. Well, the professor is now definitely interchangeable at that point. But let's see how well I do in the college essay. And then, off to my life. Let's see what they have.
He had a lot of classes, and he was basically teaching 7th through 11th grade history. That's
7th through 11th grade history. I mean, get out of here, man.
That's like 4 or 5 classes. So sometimes he would cut corners in class. Have you ever heard of the show called The Waltons?
I never heard of a show called The Waltons. I gotta figure out what is this on. I gotta start watching it too. Thanks for the heads up, infamous swoosh.
I have not heard
Exactly.
of it.
That's exactly. Of course you haven't, because you're a purebred Canadian. I wouldn't expect you to know this.
I'm being discriminated against in an infamous swoosh video.
Look, man, all I'm saying is this show shows you American living. Mr. Mead, on different days, I feel like if he didn't have something to teach, he'd be like, let's pop on the Waltons. It was basically this show. It was made in the 70s or 80s, but it was based on the 1930s and 1940s about this hillbilly family.
Well, I don't care about those silly girls.
Well, I don't care about the stupid TV show, but we don't want to see that one being copyrighted over it. So, infamous swoosh, get it next time. But, hold on a second right now. Alright, good to go. Sorry, guys. Well, we did talk about the history part of the class. We watched The Patriot. It's the one that the Patriot Nation was putting up over a fight in between for the America and the Great Britain Army. And I know what is happening with that. I can't believe there are so many things that was burning down, from houses to church, and definitely killing people. Why is that a great American army thinking that the Britain wants to take out the America? Is that really a thing, to be the graces to criminalize those penalty laws? I mean, what is the big choice? Oh, well, I guess I have nothing else to say about that, but it's nothing but they were concerning of. It's not what everybody was saying. They never know what's coming out. And I understand that it was a very hard one to know the truth. Make the word go out of it and come up with their minds. It's a tough one to be at last. I know for it. Well, you can understand it for yourself. But in that case, this is definitely what we watched here. But that's what we all know for the history part of the film and the class that happened here with the World War fight, Civil War. Always gotta know that the truth spreads on. But now, it's the army of the World War. Well, kind of.
Even just saying that just sounds weird, that a teacher would put on this show for history class. And I remember some of the episodes had literally nothing to do with what we were learning about. One day in the middle of April, he'll be like, you guys want to watch the Thanksgiving special of the Waltons?
Heck yes I do, Mr. Mead. Why'd you even ask?
What about this? How about watch this Charlie Brown Thanksgiving? It's because of what they were saying before, because there's only 2 months left before Thanksgiving, Mr. Mead. I mean, who the heck, man?
I remember in my 11th grade year, we were watching a pretty dramatic episode of The Waltons.
Oh.
The family's house burnt down.
Just sitting here watching the Waltons.
Well, sitting here in class, watching the Patriots, seeing the house burn down, and the church too. Well, what in the world do you have to do that for? Well, I'm just kidding. If they just made that one in filming location, but this is definitely what the real documentary is all about. So, yeah, I definitely do understand that one here. Don't worry, guys. It's never gonna happen.
The episode shows the mom and the dad in bed, but like, it's such a weird episode. The house is burnt down. They're like sleeping in bed. All their kids are gone. And it's history class and we're watching this. And it like slowly like zooms in on the mom and she just like starts like crying because she's so sad. And I don't really care at this point. And like, as she's crying, I just go, me. And like, dude, like, I was
That's
mocking
such an
it.
infamous.
What did he just say? Come on, man. I mean, go back. Come on. I want to hear that again.
And I don't really care at this point. And like, as she's crying, I just go, me.
Jeez, you got a little high-pitched tone voice here, Infamous Swoosh. How did you do that? That was so weird. I expected I can't even do that. I think I have a little higher quality of how I did. It goes... Oh. Okay. I sounded so high.
And like, dude, like, I was
That's
mocking
such an
it.
infamous swoosh thing to do.
Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
Just like I couldn't picture anyone else doing that except for you.
Well, okay.
Yeah, what you got doesn't help you. Understand it. Do I get that?
Hey, so this happens, and then like it pauses. Like Mr. Mead, like Owlhead, just 360 looks at me, and he's like, "Do you think this is funny?" And I was like, no. And he was like, "This is about a family during the Great Depression, and their house just burnt down."
Oh, is that so, Mr. B? Well, I think this show sucks because nobody gives a about this funny episode of The Watsons. You know that? I am over. I'm done with this. I'm leaving this classroom right now. Kidding. Well, you know you're not supposed to leave like that. But this is all the documentary you have to watch. It's something very important, and plus, take out a paper. Write everything down of what's happening here in the movie. You might have to refresh your memories in your brain. That could be a good summarization. To know that in world history class.
And I go, I'll stay quiet. And he's like, "Okay, good." He starts playing it again, and I'm just like sitting there like, dude, this is just the weirdest way to teach history.
He
man.
loves his Walton.
It's true, man.
Well, I know he cares for that, but not for everybody who really loves the Watsons. Waltons, I should say. Waltons. Yeah, I should remember that anyway.
I remember like studying for like the big final at the end of the year, and I'm like, man, maybe if I didn't watch so much freaking Waltons in the show, I would maybe know more.
All right, let's look at the stories BrodyAnimates brings to the table today. So I think it was like 7th grade, and like, you know, it was just an average day, but we had an assembly. Do you have assemblies like in your school? I'm assuming you do.
You mean like when the kids would get around and the teachers, or like they would give announcements and stuff?
Yeah, we would basically like just gather in a gym and they give announcements.
Right, yeah.
And I got an award. Like they would give out like an award like for like I think every grade, and for like the best student of that month, I think. And I got it, and I was like, wow, this is kind of sick. It didn't come with a reward or anything. It was just
Wait, do they always come with the award? Because in my school, they don't give us out for our awards. They never usually do that. Only the seniors in high school receive a diploma and also with a certificate on their names. Plus, they are getting a commitment here from college, from the Air Force, Army, plus the trade schools, medical schools, or probably you would ever have to remember that. Get a job. Well, that's definitely one of each. But I'm not sure how could they possibly do that. But I would have wished I would have dropped out. But I can't do that now because I'm already in class. So it doesn't work like that. So, yeah. Still got free time left. Before time managing my money making. It's a lot of hard work. You know that.
Piece of paper, but I was like, okay, thanks.
Awesome. Did you frame it on your wall?
No, I threw it out, man.
Wait, why would you throw it out? I thought it's a collection for you.
Mom, I got the awesome award at school.
I came back to class and I sat down and my teacher was Mr. Dave and he nominated me for the reward.
Right.
Oh, that's a very nice name, Mr. David.
And then the other kids start coming back from the gym and one of the kids, we'll call him Kevin because I hate the name Kevin.
Shout out, Kevin.
So he comes to
Wait, Kevin? What?
sit down next to me and like before we went to the assembly I was like arguing with him about something and then like but while he sits down I do classic funny man trick. I pull his chair out from underneath him and my teacher who just nominated me for a reward like an award
my
for being a good student, he looks over to me, he's like, really? Like and then he just like sends me to the principal's office and the principal's like, dude, like,
Gives
what are you doing,
you a high five now.
Wait, Mr. Devon, is that what I understand? That's the head principal for that school when Brody goes to? I'm not even quite sure if that is possible enough. Well, there might be one way of the solution that could be one of them. And why does he have gotten a Canada flag and a Canadian team of the Toronto Maple Leafs? Is that really up there for no reason? Are you always a Maple Leafs fan? I'm not even sure if you have. It's never gonna happen like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he gives me a high five. He's like, that Kevin kid's a freaking idiot.
That's why
dude.
you got the award. So I have this friend named Wyatt, and when we were in high school, he would often find himself into trouble with a couple of the teachers. One in particular, when we were in 9th grade, we had... she's cool. So my friend Wyatt, like, really just had a grudge against her. Like, her and him just really did not get along. So we're all, like, trying to keep quiet because we know that she gets mad at us when we talk too much. And, like, she just, like, pauses and goes, like, Wyatt, what are you doing? And we look over, and there's, like, a pen line from the middle of his forehead.
Dude, Wyatt, why would you ever do that?
All the way down to his chin, and he goes, huh? He like tries to cover it up.
That's stupid.
He goes, oh, it's the wrong side of the pen.
Wrong side of the pen. You think it is funny, huh? Well, you're bad at that point. I'm never gonna like you anyway.
Like, and she goes, are you like an idiot?
Yes, he is. He is clearly an idiot. An idiot.
Are you like an idiot?
She like kicks him out. So man's just like in the hallway with a line down his face.
For about 4 years, like, it was mandatory that, like, in Canada that you take French. And I hated... Well, I mean, I didn't hate it, but this teacher made me hate it. Like, we had, like, a rivalry.
What? I hate you? That's really, really bad. I want to see what it is about. Sorry about that. But I want to see what it is.
Years, like, it was mandatory that, like, in Canada that you take French. And I hated... Well, I mean, I didn't hate it, but this teacher made me hate it. Like, we...
Oh, seriously? Hi, Brody, I hate you. Dot teacher? Oh, that's really bad compliment. I don't really like your compilation of what you did, dot teacher. Who the heck come up with that name?
had, like, a rivalry. I'll call her Mrs. Snotface, because...
Mrs. Snotface? So that's what you're gonna call BrodyAnimates a Mrs. Snotface? Really? Okay, it's just a similar joke. It's a joke, okay. I know it's makeup, but, don't try to do it for real.
She's just not fake.
Okay, all right.
She was so, like, mean and, like, bad at teaching. It was insane. Like, even, like, now that I'm older, from an objective standpoint, that she was not good at teaching. She tried to do, like, that immersion thing. I don't know, but, like, they would, like, talk in French the entire class and hope we just picked up on it.
Oh my gosh, my Spanish teacher used to do
But, like,
it.
we're too old to do that. That's what you do with, like, children before they learn any language. Like, that's not how that works. I think she knew that, like, I didn't like putting up with her, so she kind of, like, she was, like, graded me harsher. Like she'd be like, oh, this apostrophe is, like, facing the wrong way. Like, okay, dude, thanks. Like, I remember I was, like, complaining.
Well, that teacher would have been understanding because you, Brody, you did the bad thing with your job right now. So, yeah, you sunk at math. No, Spanish or French. You know, I'm always, like, trying to keep it up here to talk in Espanol. But I could try to keep it up at that point. I have to figure out another word to do this. so I understand what it's all about. So, without fur in mind, I have to try to figure out what the word is. So, in order to do that, I don't want to mess it up in Espanol, okay? So, I know it's very hard, but at least if you're taking that Spanish class here for school and for college, I mean, you still got to keep on working that one. A lot of requirements before you head out to Mexico, Argentina, or Spain. Whatever this is all is. You can't go wrong with that.
About her at like the lunch table. I was like, dude, that teacher sucks. I hate her. And then like the girl next to me, who was like I've been friends with her for a long time, she turns to me and she's like, dude, Mrs. Snotface? And I was like, yeah, she sucks. And she was like, dude, that's my mom.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. I mean, why would you have to say that?
Oh
And
no.
we did not talk after that.
Dude,
That
holy cow. That's so awkward, dude. What did you say afterwards?
You know what? She's not that bad.
You know
I
me,
guess. French is a difficult language.
I'm
to
a
teach.
memer. I'm just messing around with you.
You know, I'm just too
Will she still walk away, or will she stay in her seat?
silly today. You'll have to excuse me.
So in 10th grade,
Oh, okay. It looks like she's not moving.
11th grade, and 12th grade, I had this English teacher. We'll call him Josh Brolin.
Wait, that's so specific. Is that a real person?
Yeah, that's the guy that plays Thanos.
Oh, the guy that plays from Thanos? Gee, I never know you got that all same thing, just like a Josh Brolin. Here from the Thanos from the Avengers game. Well, also from the movie. How crazy is that? I love this guy. He's the best part of a celebrity as for being part of the villain.
Okay, this dude's a memer.
No, actually though, hear me out. Like this guy, oh god, I'm just like trying not to offend anybody. We thought he was like Thanos, and I know it sounds weird to say, but dude, this guy is the most intimidating man I have ever met in my entire life. His neutral face looks like he looks scary, man. So in the morning I had a class with him. Okay, so we get to class and we're missing Wyatt. We're missing the guy that, drew the line down his face.
The genius.
Weird.
Absolute genius, absolute Chad. So the class is going on and then Wyatt comes in and it's just like dead silence. Like Josh Brolin looks at him. And this isn't the first time it's happened, so he's like pretty fed up. I'm telling
You guys are always that quiet in the classroom. Really like it when you do that.
you, this is exactly what happened verbatim. He goes, "Why so late?" And Wyatt's like, "What? Why so late?" And he goes, "I don't know. I was just coming down, and I guess I took too long." And he goes, "Well, that sounds stupid. Goodbye!" And he points to the door and he goes, "Goodbye!" And then
Just goodbye? That's it? That's all you could say right now? What?
down, and I guess I took too long. And he goes, "Well, that sounds stupid. Goodbye!" And he
Okay, that sounds really weird because I thought he was going to say, dude, yeah, I'm going to have to mark you late because you have to be here on class on time. And you got to pay attention with that one, with your time management. I mean, I would let him just get kicked him out at that point. I mean, that's not really true because that's stupid enough to just leave out of the classroom. Nobody likes that and leave out of school. I mean, this is not going to happen like that. Well, if there's another choice, it has to be another way. I'm not even sure who else. Well, forget it. I'm just going to have to let it go by.
And he points to the door and he goes, "Goodbye!" And then and he walks out the door and then he slams the door and he sits down and he's like, "So anyway, and he just gets right back into it and we're all just staring at him like it was like we were all
I mean, just bring it back in. Give him another chance.
terrified. And remember he goes, "What's the problem, guys? Is anything wrong? Is something wrong?" And we're like, "No." And he's like, "Okay, good." Anyway.
Oh, I thought somebody's going to say, why did you kick him out of here? Or something like that. Well, it's none of your business when a teacher guy would be saying like that. Well, not quite enough frantic, but I wasn't able to find what it is all about. So I couldn't figure out what it is. Oh well. May not be a choice at all.
And just gets back into it.
That's so funny.
He's a great guy, but he's so terrifying.
I like this guy. I like this guy.
You like Mr. Josh Brolin, like Mr. Thanos?
I like Mr. Josh Brolin.
Yeah, I just remember like one day we were in study hall and my friend's like, dude, that teacher is like literally Thanos. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Because he looks just...
Wait, you're so right? Are you sure? Because he almost looks like Thanos if he would have been able to take out all the heroes and then crown them all. I mean, I don't know if that would be helpful enough, but I can't even remember what it's all about. Interesting, I guess, maybe? Ukubaduba.
He literally looks and sounds like him. Yeah. So thanks, Brody. Thanks for coming on. I never want to have you here again.
I got you. I love teachers and I love school.
I'm never having you on here again.
Dude, thank you.
You're welcome. That's it. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to BrodyAnimates.
Yeah, thank you so much. I guess that's pretty much it right now, so I will have to say, not a pretty bad one to watch. 7 out of 10 stars, so pretty good job here, Famous Swoosh. Well, I'll keep your videos here for good. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and if you have any concerns about your teachers who you have, be sure to leave me in the comment box below and figure out what teachers you had here with you and what was the thing that you had the most here in the classroom. So with that being mindful, it will help us to give a good information skills. That's all I could definitely care for. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. And this is Chris from Son of Beast. You follow me on Twitter, X, Instagram, and TikTok. And peace out, folks, for a while as a teacher story dial. See you, folks, next time, along with the featuring BrodyAnimates and on Infamous Swoosh channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, follow me on my social media, like the video, and don't forget to post a comment if you got anything. If you don't, somebody will. Alright, bye. It's time to go home. Goodbye.
If you don't, somebody will.